Biol. Touch gloves, bang at the bell. God bless.
With a world title belt.
Smith started the bout quickly, trying to impose his size advantage on the champion.
The chant is up here. We're in Verona, New York.
Foot pressure, body pressure, but so far.
Hopkins, when Bernard was in his 50s, but that was B-Hop's.
I hate when fighters punch in between. They know they can't compete with
just, lip service. Defense is important. Good body shot there by Biol, and he tries with a hook. What an unbelievable.
And Anstey Smith couldn't get into a rhythm during the second round. Biol easily outboxed him.
Artur Beterbiev locked up in November. The jab in the right hand. And now backs out of shoulder. So trying to come in defensively sound.
Back in November of last year, HBO goes out of business.
Said, oh, no. You're not breathing. I'm coming at you.
They weren't landing cleanly.
Biol was starting to pull away by the third round by applying his own pressure.
Biol said, look, I know he has a lot of power. He said,
I've a target to that jab and bang the body away. That's going to be the easiest.
He said, look, I know Smith's going to come in here and try to make a fight. Look, if you're Biol, you do a
thing systematically. He's breaking him down, trying to
gap in skill.
In the fourth, Smith seemed to stun Biol with a right hand.
Hands up for Joe Smith now.
He doesn't waste punches. Everything is hard, just like he displayed right there. A right hand to the body and missing to the left hook.
Smith coming in. And now Biol holding on.
Such a big puncher is really good with his feet like that.
No measuring.
Straight up, really flush.
Bivol's reaction is...
During the middle rounds, Biol continued his dominance, outboxing Smith with ease.
Joe Smith takes a deep breath.
Economical on his part.
Doubles up on the jab and he hits him.
An educated boxer like Biol, he should try to set that up.
Smith trying to come in, left shoulder first. Able to get out of danger.
Fighter, a dangerous fighter.
A hard hook.
I'm glad to hear that Donald Curry's being accepted.
80 to 60. Throwing over 100 more. Smith maybe landing a little more than
You don't know, punch stat numbers like that, I really don't like punches. Of course, Joe Smith lands a harder punch.
The Hall of Fame every year inducts 3 people, so you'd like to see if he can go out there and put some...
In rounds 7 and 8, the champion stunned the challenger with solid left hooks.
Dimitry Biol with an outstanding performance. That hook didn't quite land. That right hand...
Like I said earlier, Joe Smith, we know what he is. He's a blue-collar 9-up.
There are some years too, Brian.
Hard jab from Biol. Smith looks hurt. Smith has never been down. He looks hurt. Seconds here, round 7. By the way, we asked Biol.
Economical with the ring, the space, the punch selection.
With the right hand. Not universally acclaimed, but basically, if he
will be an interesting matchup. I would like to see that.
Now power shots from
taking this round off, and Joe Smith.
Oh, another hard shot. Not quitting. You know that. Backing Smith up. Still standing. You're really doing beautiful.
The frustration was visible from Smith in the 9th round. Early in the round, he hip-tossed Biol to the canvas.
And this seems that you can say, hey, look, that's it.
Break!
Can punch. Now he's fighting
the
definite.
Wow. Now, Smith meant to do that. He didn't have to do that.
Again, I'm taking a point off. You understand that? All right?
Earlier, Sergio, to your earlier point, I was critical.
And the moment he stops punching, Biol, that, clearly. Hard hook.
From attention. You can't do it with your punches, do it wrestling.
The Pascal fight, after the Chilemba fight, those are 2 fights.
Street fight.
Smith finally got to Biol with that patented right overhand in the 10th round.
We know why Joe Smith.
Like right there, look, Joe Smith came up short with 3 punches.
So this is his shot at the title. But this is what
far enough to counter, like not far enough to where he's away. Just so when they finally do miss, like they do there, they get discouraged.
As I mentioned, Biol.
Good shot there. That might have hurt Biol right there. That was a overhand right.
Right at the bell. Wow. And Biol was shook.
Biol was still dazed in the next round, but Smith couldn't finish him off.
He has real success, so it's round 11. If he has that power, it's usually early.
This is his opportunity. Jump right back on him.
This is also his first time past 10 rounds. The crowd is back into it. That landed by Smith. Partially blocked. But anytime you touch him is remarkable.
Joe Smith did the unthinkable by attempting to box Biol instead of attempting to take him out in the final round.
Legs aren't really under him with that second right counter that Biol last.
Second of every round, and at the last second of the 10th, Biol is standing right in front of him and lands a hard right hand. He's got 2 minutes. Smith is running out of time.
10 seconds.
He really burned a lot of gas in the 11th, and now Biol has him hurt. Hard right hand. Smith has never been down. Biol on the attack, but it's over. Wow, what a way to finish.
Smith was taken to the hospital for precautionary reasons after the fight and not available to give his comment of the fight.
Caught his attention. That third one finally did the job.
Those are good judges. They did a good job. Smith won probably 2 rounds, maybe one.